Alright, excuse me for just 1 second, whilst I'm not really used to this. That's not what I wanted. Wait, why is it showing this now? Oh, because I did this. Hold on. Um, trying to work out how to add chat. Do I do a display capture maybe? No. Nope. Don't want that. Instead, media source? No. I don't want media source. Trying to work out how I can add chat onto the screen. Scene? Maybe scene? No? That isn't how scenes work, okay. It should just be window capture, but like create new window. I will add this, but I will crop. How do I crop this? Transform? Nope. That's right. I'll search up a tutorial later. But for now, we have this. Right, let's check out this new Weyes Blood album. I'm very excited to have a look at it. So this has actually gotten a lot of praise. It came out now, but I'm pretty sure it was available earlier. I was going to listen to the new, well not new, but to John Zorn, Naked City, but this one kind of came out out of nowhere, so I'm gonna listen to this first. If you aren't sure of my opinion on Titanic Rising, I gave that one a 9. No, an 8. I gave it an 8. And I hope that this one's just as good, because that last album was incredible. Let me just close my door. I'll probably use the YouTube editor to cut out this first long stretch of me trying to figure out my chat, but whatever. Who needs chat? Who needs chat? Alright, let me just change this too. Alright. I'm gonna start a Q&A. Bongus. Alright, let's check out this new Weyes Blood album. I'm looking forward to it. Let's start off with this first track. It's not me, it's not just me, it's everybody. Oh, oops.
Sitting at this party, wondering if anyone knows me, really sees who I am.
I'm really different.
Oh, it's been so long since I felt really known. Fragile in the morning, can't hold on to much of anything with this hole in my hand. I can't pretend
I know my hair's a mess.
that we
It's an
always
absolute
keep
mess. I have
what
to
we
wear this beanie all
find.
day to get it under control.
Oh yes,
I'll get a haircut soon.
everybody splits apart.
I shaved, dude.
Sometimes living in the way of overwhelming changes, we've all become strangers, even to ourselves. We just can't help. We can't see from far away. To know that every wave might not be the same, but it's all a part of one big thing. Oh, it's not just me. It's not just me. It's not just me. It's mercy is the only cure for being so lonely. Has the time ever been more revealing that the people are hurting? Oh, it's not just me. Guess it's everybody. Yes, we all bleed the Oh, it's not just me. It's not just me. It's not just me. It's everybody.
Alright, that is probably the best way this album could have opened. That was just beautiful. That was beautiful and a great display of Weyes Blood's beautiful voice. Yeah, that's just beautiful. That is just beautiful. Uh, Man, that was incredibly touching. Fantastic. It gets a heart. That was just amazing. I really couldn't have asked for anything more. Such a strong opener. Beautiful. Okay, let's move on to the next track. Children of the Empire. What do you think, Gus? Yeah. All right. Let's let's go. I think he likes it as well.
Looking like some clear skies have finally opened up my eyes. Living in a lost time, the dawning of a brand new man. So much blood on our hands. King and queen of being lonely.
Oh wow.
Children of the Empire see that we're all lost. There comes a cost walking in the labyrinth without love. How much can you take?
That was just incredible. That was even better than the opener, dude. That was a step. I heard the opener and I love the opener to bits, but I thought there's no way that this can be topped, and it was just topped in front of my very eyes. That was beautiful. That one also gets oh my god. This is like really, this is really ethereal. This is, oh man. It's music like this that just makes everything else sound bad. There's really no other way I could put it. That was beautiful. That was just incredible. Let's move on to track 3, Grapevine.
If a man can't see his shadow, oh, he can block your sun all day. He can make you small. He has the power to take his love away. 6 hours on the grapevine. I feel kidnapped this time, 'cause my baby thinks he always believes that he's always right, but I still think of him at night. You know
that was also really, really great. Um, you know, in terms of describing this song, I think I would need to recycle pretty much everything I've previously said about the last two tracks. So I see it as pointless. But regardless, that was still beautiful. That was that was really, really beautiful. And I'm gonna I'm gonna have to refrain from hearting that one. I think it'll pan out to be one of the weaker tracks on the album, but even at that, was still an incredible experience, and I would need to give like at least an 8 out of 10 for that track. But guys, for a track to be a heart, it needs to be 10 out of 10. It can't be like an 8 or a 9. It needs to be 10, because the heart is something I only bestow onto my favorite songs, and this one isn't a favorite, but still fits into the album quite nicely and has a really great progression. I especially loved this part around like 420. I think it was, where it sounds like, yeah.
Now we're just two cars passing by on the great night.
That is beautiful. That's probably the highlight of that track. Anyway, that was fantastic, and I'm really excited to hear God Turn Me Into a Flower, because I've heard from a few people that it is the best track off the album. So let's listen to track 4. Let's hear it.
As long as I stand to face the crowd, to know my name, to know its sound, it's good to be soft when they push you down. Oh God, turn me into flower. It always takes me such a curse to be so hard. Shatter easily and can't pick up all those shards. It's the curse of losing yourself when the mirror takes you too far. Oh God, turn me into flowers. You see the reflection, and you want it more than the truth. You yearn to be that dream you could never get to, 'cause the person on the other side has always just been you. Oh God,
Chat, I think that this is one of the best songs ever. I really do. That was insane. That was just beautiful. Wow. You know, I, I, I wasn't sure of it at first, but I really, really appreciate the drumless take that this song goes with, and I especially appreciate the atmosphere, and the vocal performance is superb. I really couldn't say anything bad about this track, even if I tried. That was incredible. If this entire album can live up to these first four tracks, then I don't know. Like, let's let's push on and listen to Hearts Aglow.
Oh, hearts aglow, we don't know where we're going.
was Hearts Aglow. I'm gonna head to bed right after we finish this album because I'm tired. That and that song probably didn't help either, because it was really serene and really. It sounds like how Silk feels, I would say. Yeah, that's probably gonna be another one of the highlights. But like, I feel like it was a bit weaker than these past 4 tracks. The vocals at times were a bit less impressive. The lyrical content was more generic. The song felt less interesting and at times felt like it couldn't commit fully to one melody or one passage. But that being said, still is a fantastic song. I would need to give it like a 7 or an 8 out of 10. So let's move on to the short interlude and In the Darkness. Now, I have a problem here. The album is titled And in the Darkness Hearts Glow, but the song Hearts Glow comes before And in the Darkness. That just feels a bit stupid. It feels a bit stupid. You know, they should have swapped it around. But okay, let's listen to this interlude. That was a solid interlude. It's always so tricky to comment on interludes because they aren't full songs. But I think I've found a formula for talking about interludes. Basically, an interlude exists only to play into the album experience. So if you were playing this entire thing through, how would the interlude feel? How would it sound? How would it feel? How would it impact the album's flow? And I think from that standpoint, this interlude is quite great in the sense that it gives you a bit of a break, and it's also played in a different style to these previous songs. Like, it definitely has its own uniqueness and feels unique in the context of the album. So I'm going to say that interlude gets a thumbs up. But I can't heart an interlude unless we're talking like interlude 1 by Alt J. This song here.
18 strides and she stops to abide by the law that she herself has set. That 18 steps is one complete set, and before the next 9 right and 9 left. She looks up at the blue and whispers to all of the above, don't let me drown, don't breathe alone.
But yeah, that's an example of an interlude that does get a heart. This interlude is only 14 seconds and isn't quite as good, so I'm gonna have to refrain from giving it a heart, obviously. But let's move on to Twin Flame. We are approaching the end of the album. These last few tracks are definitely a lot shorter than the first 4 tracks, so they'll go by a lot more quickly. Let's hear it. Twin Flame. I'm gonna put the beanie on. My hair looks horrible. Alright, I'm gonna be honest, I love that a lot. And out of all the tracks on this album, I can see that one getting the most radio play. Um, it felt very inviting and very fun to listen to, and is a definite standout from all these other tracks for the reason that it includes a lot more poppy elements which I can get behind, and I assume I can. And honestly, I'm gonna need to go with like a strong 8 out of 10 on this track. I am definitely feeling it. And I'm glad that the so-called flame of this album hasn't died out yet in the second half. So I'm looking forward to hearing this next track in Holy Flux. Let's see how it goes, being one of the least streamed tracks on this album. Oh, it's an interlude sort of. That track felt very lightweight. It felt very floaty, very atmospheric, and was a great interlude. And the reason I'm bouncing back and forth between track and interlude is because it's a pretty long interlude, and you could probably count it as being a full track. But considering everything else on here is like at least 4 minutes long, I don't think we're going to call it that. But that was still really great. That's exactly what I think And in the Darkness was kind of missing, being an interlude and being 14 seconds long. But that was great. Now let's move on to the first 6-minute track we'll be hearing in quite a while, which is The Worst Is Done. It's really easy to forget just how long 6 minutes is for a song, but that was a real beautiful 6 minutes, I think. Copyrighted audio, yes, right. Very cool. Yeah, I would have to say that probably takes the cake for song which will get the most radio play. I can definitely see that being on the radio more than Twin Flame or Hearts Aglow. I think that was one of the highlights of the album. I won't be harding it if it isn't quite a 10, but I will say it is at least an 8. Similar to Grapevine. But it appears we have reached the end of the road, as we have one last track. So let's end this album on a high note, hopefully, and then I'll give you my final thoughts and my final score.
Running from
A piano ballad. How creative. I'm joking.
I swore I could be good enough. It's a given thing. Sometimes our love is everlasting. It's a and I want you more, my love. That could be good enough. It's a given thing. Sometimes we confuse the dream for one another, but you're screaming to to infinity, to love everlasting. It's not a one-way street. Sometimes our love is enrapturing, and other times it's just unraveling in front of me, and it feels like we're burning, making ashes of our joy. But love doesn't need to destroy you anymore. Oh, I wanna stop the war between the broken lovers. It's not something you gotta earn from each other. It just comes naturally. It's there for the taking. It's a given thing. Our love everlasting. Oh, it flows out of you, flows out of me too. And I can't tell where you went, oh, and where I begin. Oh, it's a given thing. Love everlasting.
Alright, that was the closer. And I'm gonna be honest, not... Sorry. I was hoping for a lot more in that closer. It was still great, but I feel like that's one of the low points of the album, which is a shame because the closers are usually quite interesting. Think Sounds of Silver. Think Zeros by Declan McKenna. Think Get to Heaven by Everything. Warm Healer is literally like a perfect closer. This doesn't feel like a perfect closer. It feels like an okay closer in the context of the album. It doesn't really stand out much. It feels it doesn't feel like for being a creative ballad, but it is still quite a good song because even the weakest points of this album are very interesting, and I feel like overall, as an experience as a whole, this album does quite well in creating its sound and showing it off, and the flame never dies out, just like I said earlier. All things considered, I'm gonna have to give this album a low 8 out of 10. So like an 8.0 out of 10. Very enjoyable, and its high points are incredible. If the first 5 songs were like just an EP, I would give it a 9 easily, but the second half is a bit weaker. I think an 8 is appropriate here. Let me know what you guys thought of this album in the comments of the VOD. Next video we will listen to John Zorn, Naked City. I was gonna listen to it for the next video. I said last video, but this is last video's next video, and it's not it. So I do apologize, but this album just kind of came out really quickly. I wasn't really expecting it, but anyway, that's an 8 out of 10. So I will listen to this again in my free time, and then once I've gotten a good enough understanding, I'll rate it. My rating could change. It usually changes by either half a point or a full point. You can see my rating and my potential review on Rate Your Music. I will just type in my username for you guys on Rate Your Music. Oh. This is my account name on Rate Your Music, so you can go and follow me there and see all my ratings and reviews. But for now, that is a wrap. I'm very happy to be here. I'm very happy to be streaming my first time listen. And I will see you all in the next live stream where I listen to John Zorn, Naked City. I don't believe it's on Spotify. Let me just check. Not the artist. I want John Zorn. Yeah, but it's not. It's not here. But we will give it a listen, probably on YouTube. But for now, I thank you guys for joining us.